Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that super green day today. Alibaba up 14%, Affirm up 21%, Neo up 10%, and the list goes on and on. Twitter up 6%. The stock market just closed 7 minutes ago, so make sure you stay throughout the entire video because we'll give updates on the after hours if big movements happen after earnings. Keep in mind, the stock market will be closed on Monday because of Memorial Day, and the stock market just snapped a 7-day losing streak with this huge green day that we've had today and a small green day that we had yesterday. Okay, so just to recap the last 2 days of earnings. Wednesday after close, remember we had Nvidia, which was the biggest reporting of earnings this whole season. They had positive earnings. The stock price gained. Okay, they had a bad outlook though, and future guidance was a little bit poor. So they were down for briefly, but they bounced back very swiftly, especially with all that positive momentum that we had Thursday. So moving over to Thursday before the open, we had Alibaba, which I predicted was going to do great in the previous video. So Alibaba absolutely killed it. Alibaba is doing really good right now. We'll do a recap on Alibaba in this video. We'll touch on Nvidia, and we'll also go over Costco, which was after the close. So to go over Nvidia real quick, here you can see that in the pre-market today, they started off very poor, down around 5% in the pre-market. And then intraday, they moved 10% to 12% upward movements from $160 per share all the way to $180 per share, which is a big movement for Nvidia. We also dived deep on them in a video in the past that I'll leave a link in the description below of the deep dive on Nvidia. If you want a full length 10-minute plus deep dive on Nvidia, going over all of its financials and everything to see if it's a good buy, I definitely recommend watching that video in the description below. But we see Nvidia down around 50%, 45%, and Nvidia is a stock that I don't think is going to stay down much longer because institutional and corporate investors understand the value in Nvidia for long term. They are one of the best chip manufacturers in the world. And if we want to look at what some 5-star analysts have to say about Nvidia, we see 52% upside in the next 12 months to around $272 price target in the next 12 months. And some analysts have them as high as $410 per share in the next 12 months. And the good thing about Nvidia is we have a lot of top 25 analysts coming in. So right there, you see 4 out of the top 25 analysts all have buy targets and price points of over $250 per share in the next 12 months. This was all reiterated just yesterday too. So it's not like this was reiterated 30 days ago, 40 days ago. These are all fresh takes and fresh opinions on Nvidia, and we see some 5-star analysts with $400 price targets and above on Nvidia in the next 12 months. So in my opinion, this is an easy buy and hold. These analysts are recommending at least a 12-month hold, but I would probably even recommend a 24-month hold. I think they can definitely be $400 per share in the next 24 months, and I think $250 per share in the next 12 months is definitely realistic, which would give you around a 30 to 40% upside on Nvidia. All right, jumping in the next stock here, Alibaba, $94 per share, up 14% on the day. And here we can see in the last year, they're down 55%. And from all-time highs just in 2020, around a year and a half ago, down 70%. And this is a company that's growing revenues by 40, 30, 50, 70% every single year for the last 5 years. The net income hasn't been growing as fast or expedited as the stock market typically wants. They have $20 billion in net income, though, which is an extremely profitable company. Their balance sheet looks solid also. And if we look at what the analysts have to say about Alibaba, we have an 81% upside on average to $171 per share in the next 12 months. And these ones, as you can see, these analysts haven't reiterated as recently like Nvidia. Analysts are all over Nvidia stock, which is really a good thing, because it can give you a lot more of an accurate prediction. where, as you can see, where the analysts with Baba stock, only one reiterated yesterday, which was a 3.5-star analyst, and then a 4.5-star analyst has a $140 price target reiterated 4 days ago. Okay, and then other than that, they're like reiterated like a month ago, so they're probably not even worth looking at, and they're all very low analysts, barely any 5-star analysts, if any. Remember when we looked at NVIDIA, there was a bunch of top 25 analysts. That's why I was saying earlier in the video when we're talking about NVIDIA, there's a lot of institutional investors behind NVIDIA that realize the growth and the value of something like NVIDIA. BABA, for example, is going to be an extremely more risky stock, especially because it's a Chinese company. And, obviously they've been having a little bit of turmoil with the New York Stock Exchange right now. If we look at the stock analysts overall, we see a 7 on it. There's a strong buy from analysts. Online opinion is bullish. Hedge fund activity has been increased. I think it's possible if you get in under $100 per share in the next 12 months to sell at around $140 to $150 per share, which would be a 40 to 50% upside. There's a lot more risk than something like NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is a lot more of a sure thing, especially if we see like another 10%, 20% drop on NVIDIA. It'll make that much more attractive, and I would put money in NVIDIA over BABA if NVIDIA continues to drop lower and lower. And the last one that we'll talk about today is Costco, already heading down after hours. I don't think the final results from their earnings were posted yet. They might be coming in now, and that's why they're headed down right now. But if we scroll down, we can see that they are a profitable company, and they're expecting a $3 EPS. So if they come in lower than $3, that could be bad for the company. If we see and look at their PE ratio, you can see 35 on the PE ratio. So you'd want to see that closer to around 25. So you'd want Costco to fall around another 15% or so before jumping in. Well, that's just my personal opinion. Remember, it's not financial advice. These are just my personal opinions. In the last year, we can see that Costco has sold off. It was at $600 per share, and it's down around 25% from all-time highs. And at one point, it was down even 30% from all-time highs, and it was closer to around $415 per share in the past. The one-year low is closer to $375, $380 per share. So in my opinion, if I'm going to go out of my way to buy Costco, I'm going to need to have it under $400 per share, which would be around a 15%, 10 to 15% fall. And I would definitely want it closer to that $390 to $380 per share for me to personally buy Costco and hold for long term and believe in the company. I do like Costco. I like them a lot. I like their business model. They're profitable. They're growing revenues. Great growth company. Great growth story. That you probably want to be a part of for the next 5 years. I just need a better deal on Costco. So under 400, closer to that $380 price point. That's where I have price alerts set. Don't forget to set price alerts because you cannot remember all these prices that I'm rattling off right now. You have to set price alerts. So go in Webull, Yahoo Finance, whatever one you want to set your price alerts, and press Costco and then set price alert notified at $395 per share or $405 per share, so you're notified when Costco hits those price points, for example. It's one of the most important things you can do, especially if you're a beginner investor, to make you a more advanced investor and help you get better returns on your investments, because not everyone can remember, not even me can remember all these different prices that I want to be buying in at all these different stocks. So if I'm just have an alert that's sent to me when it hits my price point that I want to get in at, it makes investing so much easier and a lot more automated that way too. That's why the close friends list is very beneficial, because I put price alerts where I'm trying to buy and sell all the time, every single day on a bunch of different stocks. So you can just set your price alerts that I'm telling you to set them at on the close friends list. If you want to know how to get on the close friends list, just message me on Instagram. And then once your alerts go off and your phone notifies you, hey, it's time to sell this stock, the price alert is hit. Hey, it's time to buy this stock, the price alert is hit. it's much more automated that way, so you don't have to sit in front of your computer or your phone all day long trading stocks. You can have a full-time job or run a full-time business investing in the stock market this way. And just to look at what the analysts have to say about Costco, okay, in the next 12 months, we have 27% upside on average, and the lowest analyst has a $500 price target in the next 12 months. Currently, the price is $464 per share. As you can see, the analysts haven't really been all over the stock too much. We have a lot of analysts at $500 price points and above, $600 price points, 670, 678. So typically above 500, closer to 550. I would take these analysts with a grain of salt though, because they haven't been reiterating this in over a month. And typically I like, when I'm looking at an analyst's opinion, I like to see in the last 7 days. Okay, so I like them that fresh. And I probably dismiss anything after 30 days for sure. So I really don't even look at anything after 30 days. After 14 days is like a give or take. After 7 days is a little bit more reliable. But in that first 7 days, if they can reiterate their price targets within 7 days, that's a very fresh take. And I take those analysts' opinion much more seriously than an analyst that came in 30 days ago and gave their price target on a certain stock. Especially in the stock market we're in right now, these prices are moving so fast, so rapidly. News is coming out all the time. Earnings, guidance is coming out. So you really have to be fresh when you're looking at these analysts' opinion. That's why Nvidia was a good one to look at with the analysts, because they're all fresh takes. They're all top 25 analysts. They're all 5-star analysts too. So that could be a good one to load up on if you watch this full video. And a good takeaway that you can leave this video with is loading up on some Nvidia for long term, especially if it goes lower. You can actually see US stocks ended sharply higher Thursday after a comeback from recent selling, gained momentum, and placed markets on track to snap a 7-week losing streak, not a 7-day losing streak. So this is some huge momentum coming back to the stock market. The S&P 500 surged 2%, and the Dow Jones gained 518 points, or 1.6%. The NASDAQ jumped 2.7%. We had strong retail earnings Thursday morning, which was this morning, with Macy's rising as much as 18% intraday after the retail giant raised its profit outlooks in an upside surprise to investors, weighing a slew of downward forecast revisions from its peers. Macy's said that its profits are going to be raising in the future, which is a good thing when the peers are saying that they're going to be losing in the future. Okay, shares of Dollar Tree and Dollar General were also up more than 14% after both companies raised forecasts on Thursday. So we have lots of stocks moving big today. Tesla back to $700 per share, and briefly it went under $650 at that $620 mark. I'm sure some of you guys scooped up some shares there. But it really has that support of like $575 to $600 that we could retest. This could be a dead cat bounce. We can see some positive momentum in the stock market today and Friday, for example, and then Tuesday when the stock market opens back up, because remember, Monday it's closed for Memorial Day. So Tuesday when the stock market opens back up, we could see some red re-entering the markets once again. So personally, I took some put options out in the close friends list. I already posted some puts on the close friends list to hedge my bets against next week going in the stock market. Personally, I like to have hedges in the stock market right now with how the current market is acting. We also see Apple at under $150 per share, off from all-time highs, which was $178 per share. And we have supports as low as $125 per share. I think personally for me, under $150 per share is a great place to be dollar cost averaging in for long term. But to go out of my way and buy like thousands of dollars worth of Apple, I'm waiting closer to that $125 or under $130 mark. So I hope you guys really like and appreciate that video. And if you did, take a second out of your day, smash a thumbs up, subscribe with post notifications on. I take my time out of my day every single day to bring value to you guys for free on YouTube. So just subscribing means the world. Sharing with a friend also means the world. If you want to get on my close friends list and see when I'm buying stocks, what stocks I'm buying, how much I'm buying, when I'm planning to sell, price targets, and everything in between. Make sure you message me here on the Daily Stock Market on Instagram. I have that 50% off going on a little bit longer. And the only reason we're doing 50% off is because the stock market is in turmoil right now and we're officially in a bear market. If you've been following my page for the last 2 years, I've never done a discount ever. So it's the first time we're doing a 50% discount for all those stock market investors out there. All right. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Share with a friend, smash a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.